mostly tense, and if possible, we will also deal with active and passive voice. But you all know that tense is very long
Okay,
topic.
sir. Yes.
Very good morning to all of you who are present here. Last week, I have also asked you to write something to the teacher, and you have written a lot of good messages. Thank you very much. I am really happy reading your messages, and most of you have expressed that tense, voice, reported speech, preposition are the confusing topics for you all. For preposition, I kindly suggest you
Yes,
to
sir.
go with more and more examples, because in preposition, more than rules, there are a lot of traditional uses without any justifiable rules. But in tense and um, active and passive voice, there are so many rules. So many rules are there. Those rules always take the sentences forward. So I will try to make the rules clear today. Okay? We will have practice time later on. Questions will not be very difficult in this level, but the thing is, questions will be tricky. So to be able to understand what actually is the right answer without any guessing, rather by knowing the rules, it is necessary to know the rules. I will try my best to focus on explaining the rules in very simple way with some examples. I have prepared some materials to describe you. I may not be able to cover up all the examples in the class, but I will provide you the PDF version of the slide later on. And once you go through the slide and note down the confusing rules in your copy, you will be able to crack all the rules and develop your understanding. Okay, this is the brief overview of today's session. If you have anything before we start to ask with me or simply share with me, you can raise your hand.
सर मैनेजमेंट में
Excuse
क्लास
me,
को
sir.
देखते हो
Arjun, I am extremely sorry. First, raise your hand. Then, when I allow, then you can speak. Okay. Anudip Singh is the one who has raised his hand. Okay, please, Anudip, your turn now.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
We are not discuss yesterday homework.
Okay, Anudip, I am unknown about the homework, to be honest. But once I know, if you share me the file, or if you share me the homework, then I can discuss about it. I did not prepare the homework, and I am unknown about it. Ranjita, okay,
Okay,
Anudip,
sir.
you can
Thank
put
you.
your hand down. Thank you. But otherwise,
Yeah.
if I once I complete the course, or once I complete the very basic topics, like it may take 2, 3, 4 more classes, because it is very huge, the vast ocean of English language and grammar. And I believe in foundation, I believe in core understanding. So for core understanding, I have been trying my best to channel up the first, second, and third classes, if you see. And if you have attended regularly, you have seen the way I explain, and you have seen the way I link up everything from the very beginning. It is just like watching a suspense thriller movie from the very beginning. If you do not see everything, you may not understand it all. But if you look from the very beginning till now, then you'll understand. Okay, okay, Ranjita, your turn now. Anything?
Yeah, circle causative verb. Okay. If today dot Friday, we could sleep in tomorrow morning. And the option is where will be was.
ए यसमा चाहिँ वेयर एन्सर हुन्छ है, किन भन्दा वुड बी भनेर आइसक्यो नि, वुड बी भनेर आए पछाडि यो कन्डिसनल नम्बर 2 भनेर बुझ्नुपर्छ कि. In conditional number 2, what happens? We talk about the imaginary situation using simple past tense followed by would, should, could, might plus be1. So in this case, be is used as be1. So would be is understood as would plus b1. So we have to see the pattern, and we have to decide. So where is the right answer here, and why where? I told you even in the last class, where is the right answer, because it is imaginary situation, hypothetical situation, unreal situation for now, but it might be possible. It is just like if I were the mayor of the city, then I would definitely help the people who really need me. Something like that. Okay, Ranjita, am I clear?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay, if there is anything else, you can
So,
share.
sir, why not was?
Okay, we do not use generally was because was comes with past tense in real way. On a time I was a student, and when I was a student, I really enjoyed my life, mostly with my friends. But that was waste of my time to realize now. I have used was here to talk about the real incident from the past. But when I talk about the hypothetical situation, in my life as a human being, I can never be a bird. But if I say, if I were a bird, I would fly high in the sky and go to different countries as per my choice. So in this sentence, if I say, if I was a bird, it sounds okay, but it is not real. That's why we have to use were. Okay, Ranjita. I can also see Deepsika raising the hand. Deepsika, yes, please.
Sir, can I ask some questions?
Sure, Deepsika. You can also put the questions in the chat box if you feel comfortable, or you can ask orally.
Sir, यो के भन्छ सब्जेक्ट बाहेक अरू केही सोध्न पाउँछु?
Excuse me, I faced little disturbance in the middle. Please repeat your sentence. Subject back. Deepsika, फेरि एकपटक भनिदिनुहोस् त.
He worked very hard. Underline the above in the sentence.
What are the options?
Option छैन sir. He worked very hard. Underline the above in the sentence.
Adverb. He worked very hard. Adverb in the sentence. Adverb supports the main verb. So here worked very hard is there. So very hard is the adverb here because very hard has justified or defined the working speed here. Okay, so very only also can be understood as adverb, but very only may not be help the work. So very hard both can be understood as adverb. Phrase adverb can come with single word or phrases sometimes. Okay, Deepsika, option will be given, and if option is given, then of course you have to select very hard.
Sir, के भन्छ मेरो के 9 वटा क्वेशन छ म सुन्न पाउँछु?
You can put in the chat box. I will definitely address. किन भन्दा अरु सबैलाई कन्फ्युज हुने कुरा हो नि त.
हस् सर.
हुन्छ?
हस्.
ओके, chat box मा राखिदिनु भयो भने मलाई सुन्ने टाइम चाहिँ सेभ हुन्छ नि त हैन?
हस्. सन
Let's
सल्भ
use the technology.
सल्भ गरेर पठाइदिनु
Yes.
सर.
हुन्छ हुन्छ सल्भ गरेर पठाइदिनु भयो हुन्छ.
हस्
म
सर.
सल्भ गरेर पठाइदिन्छु. डिस्कस नै गर्छु नि क्लासमा है.
हस्.
ल हजुरहरूलाई नि okay, so this is what we have discussed about some of the confusing things. Niket is also raising hand. Niket, okay, Niket, हजुरको पालोलाई. अब एक
Sir, when we discuss the question of mock test,
mock test question is not actually shown to me. I am unknown about it, and once I come with it, I will discuss about it. Okay.
okay, sir, thank you.
Welcome. Okay, anyone else with any questions?
No, sir.
All right. So I would like to express my thanks to everyone who participated in question and answer session. So let's go quickly on the topic that we covered so far. We discussed in deep about starting from the parts of speech, verb, positive verb, subject verb, agreement, conditionals, article, preposition. So here, to be honest, conditional can be slightly tricky if you do not practice, but foundational understanding helps you a lot. So Asad, please mute your microphone. Okay, everyone. Okay, Sisima Tamang, sorry, Sisima Tamsuhang, do you have anything?
Yes, sir. Can you
Okay.
please tell me the verb of picnic?
Picnic is noun, so if you simply use picnic in the form of verb, it is rare, but we can use picnicking in the form of verb. Like we were picnicking in the hill when suddenly the rain fall, something like that we can use. Okay, that's it.
Sir, and can you spell the word picnicking? There was one question in the CTEVT set, so I asked
Okay.
this.
So PICNI. There are panicking and picnicking, not to be confused. So so to confirm, PICNICKING, picnicking without object we can use. Panicking is PANICKING, picnicking is PICNICKING. All right. So it is just like to go or take part in a picnic, and when it is used in the form of verb, but generally picnic is used in the form of noun.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, welcome. So I can also see some of the questions in the chat box. Even though you don't call me, okay, call me. Unnecessarily, if you talk something else which is not part of the discussion of the topic, I'm extremely sorry to say that I may remove you from the class. Please behave politely. Okay, Mahima sir, you cannot take a test from us Saturday. Okay, the Saturday's test, I am little busy in other stuffs. That's why I'm not involved. But if you have taken test and some confusing questions are there, I will definitely help you to deal
Sir,
with
can't
that.
we start our class right now?
Ayush, we are in the class. We are discussing about something important for us. So class is going on. Okay, Ayush, don't worry. She is a popular singer. Everyone says she is terrible, terrifying, okay, terrific, terrorizing. So terrific can be more suitable here for the synonym of popular. Okay. Uh, uh, Terrorizing generally is a kind of expressing a kind of terror or fear to somebody else. Terrible is opposite. Terrifying is also somehow to make someone scared. So terrific is the right answer here. Anadip, am I clear? Okay, thank you
Yes,
so
sir.
much. Thank you so much. Now, I hope everyone cooperates now. About the discussion, see, here are 193 people in the room. Everyone is equally important for me. And if they come up in genuine way, in disciplined way, in polite way, in humble way, in kind way with some questions, I have to address them. And when I am addressing those questions and I'm discussing about the questions in a group, you all have to think in two ways. Is it necessary for me? If yes, yes, let me listen to it. If not, let me be aware of it. Something might be there which is confusing. Okay, something might be there which is confusing. So that's how you have to check yourself. And if you do so, you will never regret about any discussion that I do in the class. Okay, I hope I make it clear. Some of them are still raising their hand, so I quickly take. Oh no, no, sorry, they put their hands down. But Ranjita and Dipsika are still raising their hand. Is there anything, or you forgot to put it down?
তাহলে দাও এই যে মার্ক দিন
Okay, thank you. Okay, so Vandari, a quick warning to you. In the last class, when I was taking one evening class, I had to remove 5 students from the class. Because they intentionally turned on the microphone and they disturbed me in the middle of the class. And when I am taking the control, you can speak only when you raise your hand. And if you just turn on the mic randomly and you start disturbing or disrupting by producing any sound, then I will be compelled to throw you out of the class. Thank you. All right, let's start now. Today I will definitely focus on verbs, tenses, active and passive voice. But today also, just like in the other days, I will definitely start. Good morning. I will definitely start with a question, set of questions that I have prepared for today. And today, as we are discussing on verb and tense, and generally we are discussing on passive use of verb. And thank you so much for the suggestion, Ronak. These all are distraction in online classes. So I have just given warning earlier. Some of them, they take advantage for them. It is necessary to know your knowledge so far, and to be able to understand your knowledge so far, there is no better way than to take your test quickly. So this test has 15 questions in it. All the questions generally are from tense and voice, and one or two questions can be randomly from vocabulary or other topics. And by submitting this response, I will be able to know your capacity, and I will decide how long to spend with what type of topic. Although the slide is already ready, and I will definitely give you back when I finish it. Okay, here is the link, and let's go for it. I know, having debated about the problems, we decided to escape it. Having thought about the problem, okay, having comes always with V3 in the form of thought. So I hope, Anudeep, I have made it clear. Having thought about the problems, we decided to escape it is the right answer. Okay, there was great engineer. Whenever we use great and there is a space between it and there is no verb, is or something like that. So in the case of greatest, we use the. In the case of great only, we use either a or n. So for great is it starts with consonant sound, or is the right answer. Okay, but this sentence seems incomplete. I don't know from where you copied this sentence. Chandan Yadav is so much in hurry. Sorry, start garnu ke he is saying. ल जो जो आत्तिरहनु भएको छ नि, म एउटा कुरा भन्छु है। कहिलेकाहीँ कस्तो हुन्छ भन्दा 2 घण्टा पढ्दा पनि केही नबुझे जस्तो हुन्छ, कहिलेकाहीँ 20 मिनट पढ्दा पनि कति धेरै बुझेको जस्तो हुन्छ। त्यो किन हुन्छ भन्दा when we focus on a particular thing with systematic plan and in what to say synchronized way, एकदमै राम्रोसँग प्लान गरेर एप्रोप्रिएट वेमा चट्ट पढे पछाडि 20 मिनट पढ्दा पनि एकदमै धेरै बुझिन्छ। र मेरो क्लासको स्पेसियालिटी भनेको के हो भन्दा म जे प्लान गरेर आएको हुन्छु नि त्यो गरेरै छाड्छु। कसैले पनि मलाई डिस्टर्ब गर्न सक्नु हुँदैन, कसैले पनि मलाई धेरै क्वेशन सोधेर डिस्टर्ब हुँदैन। फेरि है तपाईहरुले क्वेशन सोधिरहनुस्, म एन्सर दिइरहन्छु, तर यदि त्यो क्वेशन चाहिँ हामीले पढेको कुराहरुमा आधारित छ भने मलाई त एकदम रमाइलो लाग्छ। त्यसैले कसैले यहाँ ग्रुपमा क्वेशन सोध्यो र अलिकति टाइम डिस्टर्ब भयो जस्तो ठान्नु भएको छ भने यु आर एब्सोल्युटली रङ। क्वेशन सोध्नुपर्छ, क्वेशन सोधेरै सिक्ने हो। त्यो सुनेर लेक्चर मेथडबाट सिक्ने भए हामीले क्लासमै सबै सिकिसक्थ्यौं, त्यसरी हुँदैन। त्यसरी चाहिँ सरसर्ती सरफेस नलेज मात्र पाउने हो। The more we practice, the better we become, and then the more we do mistake and do correction, and the more confident we become. त्यसैले यस्तो कुराहरुमा आत्तिनु पर्दैन है। हजुर अलि बढी आत्ते जस्तो देख्छु कि म कहिलेकाहीँ, तर मेरो क्लासमा अलिकति टाइम स्पेन्ड गर्नुभयो भने यो आत्तिने बानी त सबै हट्छ। आत्तिएर कहिले पनि काम सफल हुँदैन, आत्तिने होइन। जबकि प्लानमा म आइसके पछाडि त्यो प्लान म जसरी नि गरेर छाड्छु, you will definitely get advantage of it. ल सुजितले हात उठाउनु भएको छ। एनीथिङ देयर सुजित? 15
No, sir.
questions. How much time do you need? I hope everyone is solving the questions before we start the lesson today. Okay, I'm sharing the link again, and I have also pinned the link. Okay, I will give you some more time to submit the form, and then we will go for detailed understanding of the tenses. As active and passive voice ma pani pugna sakidaina hola, किन भन्दा यो टपिकहरु एकदमै भास्ट छ, you know very well. So I will elaborate the tense topic very clearly, and then we will move on to active and passive voice. फेरि tense नबुझिकन transformation, voice, reported speech केही पनि बुझिदैन, to be fair and frank and clear. So you all should know the essence of understanding tense. अब tense फेरि जतिवटा बुक पढेर पनि बुझिदैन जति टिचरले एक्जाम्पल डेमोन्स्ट्रेट गरेर बुझाउनुहुन्छ है। त्यसैले you have to pay serious attention in today's class. Okay, once you submit it, or once if you find any difficulties in clicking in the link, please let me know through the chat box. All right. Thank you so much, Pragyan, for being the first one to share in the chat box. You got 10 out of 16, Pragyan. गर्नुपर्ने काम धेरै छ, पढ्नुपर्ने कुरा धेरै छ. Whom do you ask for help? Sunita, is it part of my question? Okay, यसको एन्सर म अहिले भन्दिनँ है. अरु साथीहरूले सल्भ गर्दैछन्, त्यसैले एकैछिन धैर्य गर्नुस्, म पछि भन्छु है त. अहिले नै एन्सर भन्यो भने त टेस्ट लिएको अर्थ भएन नि, हैन र? Thank you, Sunita. I will come with the answers of each and every slowly. Okay, Istiak. PICNICKING, PICNICKING. So B is the right answer here. Gibson 11 out of 16. Thank you so much for participating. Okay, I am not going to spend more than 1 extra minute now. Okay, you need a link. Okay, here is the link I have shared again. To be confident in this type of question, multiple choice question, like you have to select the right spelling, or you have to select the right sentence, or you have to find out the incorrect part of the sentence or something like that, or you have to select the right synonym or antonym in the list. Always use the elimination method. Linear equation, pair of linear equation, quadratic equation ma padnu bhako थियो नि, elimination method, by solving and finding the value of x and y. त्यसमा substitution method पनि हुन्छ, तर elimination method पनि हुन्छ, हैन? त्यस्तै यसमा elimination method if you use, then what happens? You will be able to remove the wrong answers first. Then when you remove the wrong answers, like 2 answers are left and they are slightly confusing, and then it becomes easy to guess the right answer. So always go with the elimination method in that case. Okay, a few seconds remaining, then we will definitely move on to the session. We are still part of the session in the middle, so no need to worry about it. All right, thank you, Sla. जसले अब गर्दै हुनुहुन्छ उहाँहरु गर्दै गर्नु होला, म चाहिँ अगाडि बढ्छु है त. I have already received so many responses so far. So I will go to the responses slowly, only after going through the core lesson of the day. Right? Let's go into the core lesson of the day now. Although it took a little bit more time to have conversation with you, it is very much productive and fruitful for all of us. If anything is bothering you or anything is disturbing you, let me know. Otherwise, we will start. So, all right. So this we have already done. Now, let's quickly recall on the 12 tenses and the differences. So you can see the use of different verb forms in these tenses. He repairs a house, is repairing, has repaired, has been repairing. There are 4 types in present tense, and in all 4 different ways are used. Similarly, in the past and in the future, we do the same. And why do we do so? To refer the time particularly without any kind of misunderstanding. Okay, without any kind of misunderstanding, to decide which time and action we are talking about, we use these tenses. James Shrestha, is there anything or is it by mistake?
सर त्यो टेस्टको 8 नम्बरमा जानु न एकचोटि
अहिले जान्छु है त म 1 देखि 15 सम्मैमा जान्छु है त जेम्स थ्याङ्क यू ओके First of all, let's talk about the simple present tense. Simple present tense is always used when the time adverbial always, often, never, every day, sometimes, generally, seldom, usually, nowadays, these days, occasionally are used. If you see these words in the sentence, then always you have to use simple present tense. Simple present tense also is the most powerful tense because whenever we have to talk about the more impactful ongoing situation and repeated action in the present time, starting from the past or future, then we use it. Like, he often comes here, they never play cricket, he sometimes visits new places, I occasionally meet Anu in the park. So this is the way we use. For facts and habits, for something that happens frequently or regularly, we use this tense. For universal truth and general truth also, we use this tense. And with the verbs of sensation, like and dislike and appearance, we always use present tense. Because for likes and dislikes, we do not say, I am loving this food. We do not say, I love this food, we directly say. So these are a few examples, like I brush my teeth twice a day, I hear someone upstairs. So these are the few examples to be used in simple present tense. Also, in simple present tense, for fixed timetable, the exam starts at 2 o'clock, the class starts at 6:30 a.m. in the morning, and the bus departs in 20 minutes now onwards. New session starts in the 1st of Baisakh. So something like that also can be used in present tense. And newspaper headlines mostly followed news present tense because they are immediate reporting, and they also appeal the readers to understand that it is the fresh news. Many die in a bus accident. Koirala flies to Japan. Hemanta bags 3 gold medals. Etc. are some of the examples that I have taken here to display to you. Next one is continuous tense. Continuous tense is used along with now, still, at present, at the moment, because the action is going on. Like the teacher is explaining, present continuous tense now. Teacher has been teaching for 31 minutes so far. So something like that. So they are different, okay? And then here, in case of look, listen, hurry up kind of situation, we always use present continuous tense because we are telling another person to look something going on. Like, look, he's polishing his shoes. They are watching television at present. Similarly, the gradual change also we talk in present tense. The population is increasing day by day. The climate is getting worse day by day, and the heat is rising in the atmosphere day by day. Similarly, the present perfect tense comes with already, just, ever, recently. The action is already done and the consequence is not seen. Rather, it is going on. For example, I have already eaten my food. The consequence here means I have eaten, I am energized, means this food can lead me front for 6-7 hours. She has gone to school, etc. To talk about traveling and personal experience, we talk about past experience and memories, we use present perfect tense. Like, I have visited Pokhara twice, she has been to London for 2 times, etc. When we use words like know, have, and be, they are used with for, since, plus time. For example, I have known her for 6 months. She has had a house for a year. Here, had is V3 of the form of verb have, and has is used as the auxiliary verb. So auxiliary verb and main verb, when they are same, and then it can also come in past perfect tense as had. Okay, so now past perfect continuous tense comes with time adverbials like all this morning, since, all this week, for, etc. He has been working all this morning. They have been playing all this afternoon. For and since, she has been living here for 6 months. He has been writing a letter since 2 o'clock. So in this way, we all can differentiate the 4 types of tenses. Okay, out of these, some other exceptional rules are also there, but if you know the basics of all these, then your understanding of tense becomes more clear. And these examples which I have given can be structured in different ways, but the understanding of context is more important. For adverbs like always, never, and adverbs like all the morning, and prepositions like for, since. So when we are reading tense, we are also reading other topics. So this is the one of the beneficial part of reading these topics. Okay, I guess I'm clear so far. Now past tense goes in the same way, but before we go for the past tense, I would like to confirm if everything is clear so far or not. If it is clear, give a thumbs up or write something in the chat box. Write clear in the chat box. Ashish, I will come to this later on. Okay, 8 को answer doesn't seem right to me भन्नुभएको छ समीरले। ल त्यसको बारेमा एकछिन सोच्दै गर्नुहोस् है त, जति सोच्नुहुन्छ त्यति ट्यालेन्ट हुनुहुन्छ। Okay, thank you so much for having. So they are being performed cultural program ठिक हुन्छ र मिनिङ जो मिल्दैन। ओके मनीष, यसमा के हुन्छ भन्दा नि कसैले गर्न लगाएको हुन्छ नि त जबरजस्ती। कहिलेकाहीँ मलाई मन लाग्दैन गर्न हैन, तर मलाई कल्चरल प्रोग्राम गर्नको लागि फोर्स गरिन्छ, तर म बाध्य भएर गर्छु के। अनि त्यसपछि आई एम बिइङ परफर्मड कल्चरल प्रोग्राम, त्यो सिचुएसनमा मलाई कसैले जबरजस्ती गर्न लगायो भन्ने अर्थ लाग्छ, अनि मैले गरिरहेको छु भन्ने अर्थ लाग्छ कि। किन भन्दा कल्चरल प्रोग्राम गर्दा बेनिफिट त खासै हुँदैन नि त, किन भन्दा त्यो एउटा प्यासनेट कुरा हो। सो इन दिस केस यस्तो छ कि हामीले ट्रेडिसनल्ली युज गर्ने भन्दा अलिकति अक्वर्ड खालको सेन्टेन्स सुनेपछि होइन कि जस्तो लाग्छ, टेन्समा झुक्किने भनेकै त्यहीँनिर हो है। बट द स्ट्रक्चर वी हेभ टु सी वेदर इट इज इन कन्टिन्युअस टेन्स अर पर्फेक्ट टेन्स अर सिम्पल टेन्स। ओके ल ओके ल ठिक छ ठिक छ। के सबैजनाले सबमिट गर्नुभयो होला? एकचोटि म हेर्छु 133 रेस्पोन्स मलाई आएको रहेछ, तर हामीसँग यहाँ 216 स्टुडेन्ट्स हुनुहुन्छ। जसले सबमिट गर्नुभएको छैन प्लिज सबमिट गरिदिनु होला। केही डिफिकल्टी छ भने च्याटमा लेखिदिनु होला। जस्ट सुनेर मात्र त केही हुनेवाला छैन नि त प्रगति, हैन र? हुन्छ हुन्छ सञ्जय। Okay, I will come to the test in next 5 minutes. Okay. ल एकपटक सरस्वतीमा पास्ट टेन्सको बारेमा भनिदिइहालौँ। अब जस्ट लाइक द प्रेजेन्ट टेन्स, जस्ट मेक पास्ट टेन्स अल्सो इन 4 categories: simple, continuous, perfect and perfect continuous, and see with the same way but in the time of past. Timeline बनाएर मैले यहाँ एउटा देखाउँछु सोचेको थिएँ, तर मेरो annotation tool is not working, so I am trying to work on it. I will make it and then I will definitely reach out to you. Okay. And there are other ways also, but let me not disturb myself to go through the lesson. So with time adverbs like ago, yesterday, last week, last month, those days, etc., we use past tense simply. Anjali passed the test in June. I bought it last week. We invented the telephone, etc. And also in plus past time, like when the time is from the past, is now is 2024, now is 2081. When somebody talks about something in the past, we directly use simple past tense. But some exceptional cases are there, some different kind of situations are there. When one sentence come with another sentence in a paragraph in different way, we may have to use perfect tense or perfect continuous tense too. But in general and open, we use it in simple past tense, like she bought a house in 2006. But if the sentence is interrupted by another sentence, then we can say she had bought a house in 2006 before she started living in that in 2007. So when something like that is attached in sentence one after another, that is situational differences. Okay. Narrative in a story, once upon a time, always we start with simple past tense. This is very important. Past habit also we use simple past tense. He frequently wrote a letter to me when he was in Kathmandu. Now past continuous, we talk about the activity that was going on certain time in the past. This time last week they were dancing. So see, this time last week clearly distinguish this time to that time and exactly at the time moment that we are talking now. So we use past continuous tense. When she phoned, I was sleeping. They were reading novels all yesterday. See, all yesterday means whole day yesterday. So past perfect to express action that took place before another action. See, this is important. Before another action. he had already left the place before his father came. The patient had died by the time the doctor came. So when the interruption of the past action is done and something happens in the past, something happened in the past before that action, we use past perfect tense. Some of the students are confused here, so be careful about this. It's very important rule. And past perfect continuous, action was happening, going on before another action. See, that's the only difference between past perfect and past perfect continuous. Like, it had been raining when I woke up means pani parireheko thiyo situation. But when it stopped raining at that moment, then I say it had rained when I woke up. म उठ्ने बेलामा पानी परेर रोकिसकेको थियो भन्दा चाहिँ पास्ट पर्फेक्ट लगाउनु पर्छ. म उठ्ने बेलामा पानी परिरहेको थियो र अघि नैदेखि परिरहेको रहेछ काइन्ड अफ सिचुएसनमा चाहिँ we use past perfect continuous tense. Similarly, next, she had been working at the supermarket for 2 years when the trouble began. So when the trouble began means trouble हुने बित्तिकै सुपरमार्केट छोडेर जाने त होइन, तर अब छोड्छ होला भन्ने सिचुएसनमा पुग्दाखेरि we use past perfect continuous tense. It is just like action is going on for little longer time. There is no symptom of disruption or discontinuation, but feels like something is happening. Okay, Mahima, thank you so much. I will repeat past perfect tense. Past perfect tense is used when we take two simultaneous action in the past, one before another. Like, for example, I had already left the city, or I had already left the city before Dasai vacation last year. I had already left the city before Dasai vacation last year means पोहोर साल दशैं भन्दा अगाडि नै मैले छोडिसकेका थिएँ भन्ने अर्थ लाग्छ. तर if I make up the mind but I did not leave the city, then what I can say, I had been living in the city for 7 years when I thought of leaving last year in Dasai. The difference you see, छोडिसके पछाडि we use perfect tense, तर छोड्ने भनेर सोच बनाउन थाले पछाडि र नछोड्दासम्म we use perfect continuous tense. It is just like teacher is teaching in the classroom. Just imagine physical classroom, है. Physical classroom imagine गर्नुस् त. अनि physical classroom मा मैले के भन्छु भन्दा, when I was teaching, she had. Excuse me, Dhirendra, I can't understand the voice right now. Can you please type in the chat box if you have anything? When I was teaching, she had responded to all the questions before I started my lesson. She had responded to all the questions before I started the lesson. अब यहाँनिर के भयो त, she had responded to all the questions, past perfect tense. तर मैले सेसन सुरु गर्नुभन्दा अगाडि नै रेस्पोन्डेड भनेपछि यसले her smartness can be shown. तर मैले अब अर्को सेन्टेन्स युज गरेँ, when I was teaching, she had been paying very serious attention to me throughout the session. अब पढाइन्जेलसम्म एकदमै ध्यान दिइरहेको थियो, किन भन्दा she was curious to know about a lot of more interesting rules and interesting ideas on the topic. So that is the difference. Thank you, Ajay. I don't know why you have shared the jam file here, but you have shared. Okay, both of them I compared. Yesterday, ago, just now, last simple past. Yes, Kusal. ल म भर्खर हेर्दैछु है हजुरहरुको च्याटमा, किनभने मैले एउटा काम गर्दा अर्को काममा ध्यान दिन सक्दिनँ के. I am like straight forward. All right, so let me take 1 minute to elaborate the future tense now. Simple future tense is for prediction and probable situation in the future. So it is very simple for you, no confusion. Future continuous can be slightly confusing, but exactly at this time next day or next week we use future continuous. But most of the students get confused with future perfect or future perfect continuous. So look at it very carefully. By plus time, they will have gone home by then. She will have cooked rice by 2 o'clock. He will have passed IA in 2 years. I shall have left for Zappa before she comes here. See here, whenever we are talking about the interruption in the future time, we use future perfect. But when interruption is not there, rather some hint is seen, then we use future perfect continuous. Like, by the next month, he will have been living here for 2 months. 2 महिनासम्म बसिसकेको हुनेछ, तर अझै पनि बस्न सक्छ 2-4 दिन बढी, अथवा एक दुई दिन मात्र बढी सो त्यो चाहिँ थाहा छैन सो इन दिस सिचुएसन वी युज फ्युचर पर्फेक्ट कन्टिन्युअस एनदर विक शी विल हेभ बीन परफर्मिङ फर नेक्स्ट 2 weeks इन दिस केस अल्सो वी युज फ्युचर पर्फेक्ट कन्टिन्युअस ल यो कुराहरू चाहिँ मैले सरस्वती रिभाइज किन गरेको भन्दा अब यो रुलहरू थाहा पाइसके पछाडि बल्ल हामीलाई क्वेसनहरुसँग डिल गर्न सजिलो हुन्छ के जसले मलाई रेस्पोन्स गरिसक्नु भएको छ thank you so much and I will go through each and every comment slowly later on but before that let me discuss the questions and their answers म पनि गलत हुन सक्छु कुनै सिचुएसनमा हतारमा मैले यो काम गरेको छु त्यो भयो भने मलाई सम्झाउनु होला मैले फेरि जनरली कन्टेन्टहरु आफ्नै रिसर्चबाट गरिरहेको हुन्छु okay so please ignore whatever is not important for you by not by okay Kusal by only by preposition all right so look at the first question see a glass of milk every morning suggests clearly that it is simple present tense so text is the right form here thank you so much for all who have given right answer अनि जसले यसमा कन्फ्युजन देखाउनु भएको छ नि 11 plus 8 plus 5 students please revise the tense topic very seriously it is a kind of what to say horror if you do not know okay see in this village since 2077 अब यहाँनिर हेर्नुस् त अघिकै सिचुएसन आइहाल्यो नि since भन्ने प्रिपोजिसन आइसके पछाडी त्यो बेलादेखि अहिलेसम्म भन्ने अर्थ लाग्छ र त्यो बेलादेखि अहिलेसम्म भन्ने अर्थ लाग्दाखेरि has been living is the right answer so जसले wrong answer दिनु भएको छ नि 13 plus 10 plus 5 students I really remind you to pay serious attention you can do it but with systematic practice and understanding the boy went home after he had completed यो सिचुएसन अघि कन्फ्युजन भयो भनेर सोध्नु भएको यही सिचुएसन हो the boy went home after he had completed the work completed also seems like correct in general use but whenever we are more accurate in the use of tense then we have to use had completed यो एकदमै कन्फ्युजन बनाउने खालको क्वेशन छ है ध्यान दिनु होला किन भन्दा one action in the past interrupted by another action so always we use past perfect tense this is the highest number of students here in the class Arpan Podel I don't know why this type of people are here in the room unnecessarily they bring such kind of information in the chat box I do not like it personally okay as far as it is tolerable I accept otherwise I might take action in such a way that you will not be able to be part of it again please be well disciplined when you have to take the lesson from me because each and every minute each and every sentence is equally important here हैन मैले हजुरहरुको एक्सपेक्टेशन्स लाई बुझेर एकदमै राम्रो तरिकाले वेल म्यानेज्ड एन्ड अर्गनाइज्ड वेमा क्लास चलाइरहेको छु तैपनि तपाईहरु ध्यान दिनु हुँदैन भने नो वन क्यान टिच यु nobody can teach you okay thank you so much for the suggestion let me not be distracted more now number 4 I the work by tomorrow अब यहाँ यही त सिचुएसन भयो नि by tomorrow मा फ्युचर को एउटा डेडलाइन आयो नि त डेडलाइन आइसके पछाडी will have finished भनेर हामी गर्नुपर्ने भयो है त next one look Tina is coming this is present continuous situation we will ask him a question the passive is he will be asked okay he will be asked a question so why will be asked is because when there is modal verb used then we always use be followed by v3 of the main verb is asked here so it is very simple and almost many of you have given the right answer similarly no one stole my book was not stolen so 28 plus 17 students for active and passive voice lesson भोलिको क्लास अटेन्ड गर्नु होला त्यहाँ म एक्सप्लेन गर्छु a cultural program is being performed that is to say they are being performed अब यहाँनिर किन being use भयो भन्दा हेर्नु है is being performed भनेर यहाँ अलरेडी भनिसकेको छ नि त हैन is being performed आफैमा passive हो to be honest तर जनरली हामीले हेर्दाखेरि is र being लाई सँगसँगै हेर्दा is mr plus before भनेर हेर्नुपर्छ कि is mr plus before use भइरहेको छ भने त्यो प्रेजेन्ट कन्टिन्युअस सिचुएसन हो नि त ओके प्रेजेन्ट कन्टिन्युअस सिचुएसनमा are being performed is the another way to say it अब another way to say it भनेर भन्दै गर्दाखेरि फेरि convert into active भनेको होइन यस्तो क्वेसनले कन्फ्युज गर्छ के हजुरहरूलाई है another way to say it भनेर भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ this is to say भन्दा अर्को तरिका हो नि त अर्को तरिकामा हजुरले त्यसैलाई चाहिँ मोडिफाई गर्ने हो सब्जेक्टको ठाउँमा हामीले दे लाई राख्यौं दे त प्लुरल हो के रे हैन अ कल्चरल प्रोग्राम सिंगुलर थियो त्यही भएर इज युज भयो दे त प्लुरल हो नि त त्यही भएर आर being performed हुन्छ so this is very tricky type of question and you must be aware of it. Number 9, whom do you ask for help? The passive form of this sentence is okay, whom do you ask for help? Now who is asked? So now यहाँनिर हेर्नुछ whom do you ask for help? कसलाई हेल्प को लागि सोधिरहनु भएको छ भन्ने कुरा आयो. You is the subject, do suggest the present tense, ask is the verb, for help means object is not given here. So who is asked for the help is the passive structure because it is in present tense. Present tense मा हामी के गर्छौं त is mr गर्छौं followed by v3. So when you go with the tense you will be clear. And whom is asked is wrong किन भन्दा whom भनेर हामीले objective pronoun लगाउँछौं कसलाई सोध्ने होला भनेको बेला तर सोधिसकेको कुरा थाहा भइसके पछाडी त who भन्नु पर्यो नि त किन भन्दा in passive we assume that somebody is clearly involved in answering the question. Okay, so similarly the passive form of she doesn't like anyone looking at her भनेको छ she doesn't like being looked at is the right answer. Still there is confusion in active and passive voice, so tomorrow's class will be very important for all of you. I saw him leaving the house. The passive form is he was seen leaving the house by me. So 86 students have given the right answer. The passive form of why do you laugh at me is why am I laughed at by you. Why am I laughed is because here also it is present tense. Do you suggest the present interrogative sentence here, WH question. So in question statement, active and passive voice will be clearly identified only with the tense use because passive voice is actually passive use of the verb, main verb. Similarly, 13, antonym of antique is modern. So some of you have already clicked ancient. Rethink before you decide the right answer because antonym means opposite word, not the similar word. Okay. And Mr. Ramesh went to sleep only after doing his work. This type of word choice also are very important for the entrance examination. So I kept it. Hit the nail on the head means to understand something perfectly. So 88 students have given the right answer. So thank you so much for being part of it. So if you have any more questions, you can ask me. Otherwise, I will listen to your difficult queries now. I stressed a yes. पूर्णिमा म भोलि चाहिँ पठाउँछु हजुरलाई है भोलिको क्लास सकिसके पछाडी म यो स्लाइड हजुरलाई शेयर गर्दिन्छु त्यस पछाडी हेर्नु होला दिएको अप्सन मध्ये क्वेशन नम्बर 9 मा दिएको अप्सन मध्ये बाइ होम भन्ने चाहिँ क्लियर छैन नि त हैन ऑल राइट ओके विश्वास सर 3 नम्बरको फेरि भन्नुस् न भन्नु भएको रहेछ 3 नम्बरमा के छ लेट मी चेक आउट वन्स अगेन. Okay, the boy went home after. Okay, when the past action is interrupted by another action, one is simple past and another is past perfect. I discussed some other examples I also demonstrated. निकेत आज पठाउन अलिकति नमिल्ला किन भन्दा यहाँ अलिकति एडिट गर्नुपर्ने छ म भोलि पठाउँछु है till the time you prepare in your own. Thank you. अजय यादव yes अजय
पुरानो नोट भेजिदिनु.
Okay Ajay, I will remind the technicians to do the remaining part. Once it is sent from me, then they will do the needful. Okay, Ronak Mishra, without even talking about a lot of things, we can also talk some examples in slowly. But whenever I address your question, I am always slow. But whenever I cover up the syllabus, I am little faster because in syllabus, everyone may not need everything, but it is a quick revision. Okay, active and passive voice will be discussed tomorrow. Thank you. Okay, it's very hard means take off. Take off is the right answer here. Good. Another reason why I do like this is because there are so many students, everyone is not capable of the same thing. You have to listen very attentively and feel like, oh, यो चाहिँ मलाई आउँछ, यो चाहिँ मलाई आउँदैन, यो कुरा चाहिँ रिभाइज भइहाल्छ, त्यसरी सुन्नुपर्छ कि है. So, okay, without doing any delay, I'd like to thank you once again. And if you have anything to write in the chat box, especially related to today's class, you can write. Practice some tense exercises today and check the rules that I have explained. And in the next class, we will explore active and passive voice. All right. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.